One boy and one dog had been drifting at sea for 3 days and nights. They finally reached a small island, but the scene before them was disappointing. There was nothing on the island. Luckily, they still had some supplies on the boat. The dog looked at the boy, thinking it might get something good, but the first item he pulled out was a box of matches. The dog was disappointed. The second was stale biscuits. The dog had no interest in any of it. But sometimes, God does show a little mercy. The boy used a fishing line and managed to catch a fish by the shore. The matchbox came in handy too. That night, they had a warm meal of grilled fish and filled their stomachs for now. The next day, with a full belly, the dog was energetic. It dug for clams on the beach with the boy. Life seemed to take a turn, but the boy knew they couldn't stay stranded forever. He made a tough decision, took apart the boat, and stacked the wooden boards into a signal fire. He hoped the flames would bring rescue. Soon after, a plane flew by. The boy lit the fire in excitement, but the first match was blown out by the wind. Just as the second one lit, the plane was already flying away. The boy sat by the sea, falling into despair. From that day on, the boy never caught another fish. He left signs for the rescue team, then headed into the forest with his dog to find a way out. When night fell, he built a small shelter. Suddenly a storm hit. The dog sensed something was wrong and barked loudly. A wild wolf appeared. The dog charged forward without hesitation. Then another wolf emerged. One of them moved toward the boy. He shouted for his dog. Hearing his voice, the dog turned back to protect him. The wolves realized they were outmatched and disappeared into the night. The next day, the boy caught a fever from being in the rain. The dog led the way ahead. The boy was weak, but he kept going. He didn't want his dog to worry. But still, an accident happened. The boy slipped and rolled down the hill. He patched up his wounds and kept moving, only to be blocked by a cliff. Suddenly he looked up and saw a fallen tree stretching across. Looking down from the height, he felt fear grip his heart, but he gathered courage and climbed forward. The dog didn't dare move. It stayed behind barking. The boy turned back and risked his safety to bring the dog with him. Halfway across, he looked up, only to find the path ahead was blocked. He sat down in frustration. The dog saw he was upset and crawled into his arms to comfort him. Just then, rescuers spotted them, but they only came to save the boy. The dog grabbed onto the man's pant leg, but was kicked down into the river. The boy begged them to save the dog, but no one dared take the risk. Just like that, the dog was swept away by the raging current. 3 months had passed since the boy returned home, but he couldn't smile anymore. If it weren't for the dog, he would have given up long ago. Later, his father took him back to the island, but they found no trace of the dog. The boy believed it was gone. Back at home, he blew a whistle, quietly remembering the dog. Suddenly, he saw a small shadow. He couldn't believe his eyes. It was the dog, wounded but alive. The next second, he ran outside. The dog saw the boy running toward it, but didn't rush forward. It stood there anxiously, unsure if it would still be accepted, until the boy came closer. They had been missing each other all this time. It wagged its tail, embracing the boy's love. "Do you like this dog too?"